Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have tourism numbers seeing a slight dip. County officials recommend an additional $850,000 to Nights of Lights. The commissioners deny a workforce housing proposal, and the clerk of courts is hosting a passport event. We'll get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We've got Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Ben 39 Wine Bar, BNS Signs, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and St. Augustine Handy Houses. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. Find us on YouTube. Help us reach our goal of 2,000 subscribers. You can follow us on Rumble as well. Facebook stars are amazing, and we super appreciate those. And our app is back in the Apple App Store. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, that seemed a lot longer today.
It did.
So I brought my friend with me.
Yeah.
And I promised yesterday. It's a Labubu.
Labubu.
Labubu. So, but I can't look down.
No, you can't.
When I turn fast, Labubu goes flying.
This is gonna haunt my dreams.
So what you're saying is you can check Bobby's terrific comments today?
I am glancing. I'm having to do the side-eye glance, which I'm realizing I'm not as good as I thought I was. So I'm going to take off my Labubu.
It's gonna make you question everything in the bar.
And put Labubu in the jar.
Labubu in the jar. That'll work.
There you go. We have Labubu in the jar.
I can see the top of his little sleep paralysis demon head.
Yes, he's kind of creepy.
He does have a tag on him that says the monster.
The monsters. Monsters.
The monsters.
There's more of these.
Plural.
Yeah, the monsters.
As we learned yesterday, there are more of these. Do we have a question of the day?
All right, question of the day is pretty simple. You get one chance, all free trip. Do you go to the North Pole or the South Pole?
South Pole. South Pole, because it's going to be way harder for me to do that on my own. And I really, I have a dream of going to Antarctica and actually walking on Antarctica. I want to see leopard seals in the wild, and I just want to go to all the continents. And so if I get an all expense paid free trip, I'm going to Antarctica. Yeah. That's happening.
Yeah. All right. Blake, where are you at?
I'm gonna say the South Pole, but I am worried. Like if I do happen to go down there, the Earth's magnets will change poles, and all of a sudden I end up on the North Pole.
Yeah, you just kind of flip over.
Yeah,
yeah, because that happens a lot.
It's a real concern.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Prince Harry did make it across part of Antarctica, and it didn't flip the poles. I think you got this.
I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be all right.
All right, Troy. What
and
about
I'm
you?
South Pole too, but it's because of the penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I always ask, people that, think they're so smart at trivia and stuff like that. I mean, how many penguins would a polar bear eat?
Zero.
Zero, because they never see each other.
Yeah, they never see each other.
They never see each other.
Unless something goes terribly wrong at a zoo, they never see each other.
Yeah, that'd be really bad at a zoo.
They used to have polar bears at SeaWorld. And when we went over the summer, we were super excited to take the kids to the polar bears. And we walked around the cold part of the park. Not cold, just looks cold. And no polar bears. I asked the people in the shop where the polar bears are, and they looked at me like I was crazy. I have pictures in the polar bear exhibit at that park. And I'm the cuckoo pants for thinking that there are polar bears there. So... yeah.
I never saw a polar bear.
No polar bears. I've got pictures.
Where again?
At SeaWorld.
Yeah, there were polar bears at
yes,
SeaWorld.
see?
I remember
I'm not
that.
crazy. And there was an ice wall that was actual ice, and you could melt your handprint.
I can tell you, it is cold in the penguin exhibit.
Yes, but it
Yeah.
smells like penguin butt.
Yeah, yeah, but it's still pretty cool. We got
It's
some
cold.
great pictures of our penguin experience.
Yeah.
So
My new nephew really enjoyed the penguin spot.
I really enjoyed the penguin spot.
Yeah.
Ty, we went in there for Ty, but I think Blake and I actually enjoyed it more than he did.
Yes.
So
That might have been more because Ty was still feeling his hip surgery after.
yeah, he was still in a
Yeah.
wheelchair at that time. So,
Right on.
but it wasn't like he didn't enjoy it. I think we just enjoyed it more.
I love the
Yeah.
temperature of the penguin exhibit, but they smell fishy, man. They just smell fishy. And there's only so long I want to smell fishy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was just for that moment where you're petting your penguin and getting your picture.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh, yeah, we got to pet a penguin.
We were just standing at the glass.
Yeah, no. We were inside
Okay.
the exhibit.
Well,
It was
Cool kids.
Yeah. It was part of like a VIP package that we decided to get because Ty couldn't ride all the rides. So
Yeah.
might as well do something while we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that's very cool.
Yep.
Very nice. Have you ever seen videos of penguins painting pictures? So cute.
I don't think so.
So cute. You should look those up. Next time you're sick or mad, watch penguins
I'm
painting
gonna
pictures.
detape this guy.
Okay. Yeah.
So he
Great.
doesn't stick to him for too long.
All
There
right.
you go.
And just out of curiosity, are the penguins better painters than George Bush?
It depends on what you're looking for, I guess. I mean, the penguins are very abstract. I think
I don't
think
think he
George
does
Bush
it for
is
talent.
more
I think he does it as a
representative.
therapeutic thing.
Yeah, I think he does
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I don't think he's looking like, ooh, I'm Picasso.
It's either booze or painting. I
Yeah.
prefer the painting.
Yeah.
Now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
Scattered showers again.
Dad, burn it. That quick check of the weather is brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets, Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street. With over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker, it's the perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after-work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music Thursday through Sunday, open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Bin 39, your taste to discover. Buckle up, baby. It's the Hit the Blake's traffic report.
All right, we have traffic going on in the bottom right corner. So I'm trying to find a different camera that's trying to see where exactly people are stopping at because you can see like there's a little bit of a stopping going on at mile marker 318 going northbound. So I'm trying to find mile marker 320 or 319 to see if we can find anything.
So we're scrolling.
We're scrolling.
We're scrolling. We're doom scrolling.
I mean, everything's moving. There's definitely a little slower move in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, and so I think let me just go.
Might be somebody on the side of the road just in between there or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
because they are moving enough to.
Yeah, they're moving. So I'm guessing. I guess it just must be like something like someone must have did like a hard stop. I guess, and all of a sudden everyone's now backing up.
In the left lane, it's definitely.
Left lane's moving.
Yeah.
No. I mean, this.
Oh,
traffic, I mean,
okay.
the left lane of this. I guess it's northbound.
Yeah.
So, can't tell if it's northbound or
They've
southbound.
done research that one person slamming on their brakes on a highway will slow up traffic for hours.
It's insane. So
That's crazy.
So to the guy who did that, you're a dick.
Whoever dropped their phone, slammed on their brakes, and then slowed down all of 95 for everyone, we hope that your pillow is warm. All right, Old Town Trolley brings you that traffic report. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program. Sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. Moving into the news. Tourism numbers see a slight dip in St. Johns County. As the summer season rolls on, tourism numbers in St. Johns County are showing signs of a slowdown, part of a trend being seen across the state of Florida. While families still enjoy attractions across St. Augustine and St. Johns County, data suggests fewer people are spending big on local experiences. According to Susan Phillips with the St. Johns County Visitor and Convention Bureau, hotel occupancy is holding steady compared to last year, but visitors appear more cautious with their wallets, spending less on attractions, dining, and entertainment. At the Alligator Farm, General Director John Brugan reports attendance is down about 5%. Rising costs from food to wages are putting additional pressure on operations. Restaurants on St. George Street are also seeing a dip, according to Cindy Stavely, who oversees multiple businesses, including St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum and Colonial Quarter.
Frequent guest of the show.
Frequent guest. Phillips says in a soft economy, travelers may still come, but they're trimming expenses wherever possible. Officials and business owners alike say they're hopeful for a bump heading into late summer and fall, but for now, tourism dollars in the nation's oldest city aren't stretching quite as far as they used to. All right, Troy, as our resident hotelier, adjacent, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm right in the thick of it. No, everything's kind of like she's saying, Susan's saying it's flat. Visitor, we've kind of increased over the last 3 years, and I think there's a little Florida burnout because Florida was the first state that was open. So I think we're still seeing some of that Florida burnout. But one of the statements she's making is they're not spending as much when they get here. I think they're just being a little more frugal and just, their entire life's that way. It's not just their travel expenses. Yeah. They're kind of looking at everything. I mean, we're all doing it.
Yeah.
So I think that is a factor. We haven't seen a huge dip because most of our hotels are right in the heart of it in downtown.
Yeah.
And the people on the outskirts, the people at the interstate, and those guys see it first, and they're definitely getting hit.
Yeah.
So we're next. We know we're next. So it's not like a big dive. I think it's more of a plateau.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And I think when things stabilize again, I think we'll have a good fall and a good winter.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I can say that when we went to Nashville just recently for the wedding, we definitely did it on the cheap. We were close to Costco and a Publix, and so we bought food and we brought it into our little refrigerator rather than going out to restaurants for every meal. We got fried chicken at Publix and we ate in the room. Rather than going into the Country Music Hall of Fame, which is what some of my kids wanted to do, we went to the gift shop and we spent some time in the gift shop, and you got to take pictures outside, but we couldn't justify $130 for 5 people to go into the Country Music Hall of Fame. We went to an art museum that was free for all 3 of my kids. And so we walked around Nashville. We experienced Nashville, but we did it on the cheap because
and that's the thing about St. Augustine. There is, if you shop properly, there's a lot of ways to see the city without spending a whole lot of money. Even the trolleys is a savings.
Yeah.
Because you're moving from place to place. So, and you can kind of hop on, hop off all day long.
You're not paying to park at multiple places.
I think it's still less than $30. It's right around that area. And obviously they take care of kids. And if you have a local with you, that one rides free with another paid person. So it's not an expensive town compared to a lot of other towns. That same trolley ride in Boston's like $70.
Yeah.
So, a lot. Yeah. So.
And you get free perks with the Old Town Trolley ticket. You get the History Museum, but you also get discounted entries into other museums around town. Yeah. Which is very cool.
So no, there's definitely it's not a panic situation.
Yeah.
But it's something we got to keep our eye on, and do what we can, and we have good people sitting there with Susan Phillips sitting there, and being able to make the adjustments as we need to advertise. So
I would say animal habitats are probably panicking because there's been a huge propaganda campaign against animals in captivity, and so zoos and aquariums were hurting for money before the thing in 2020 happened, and now everything has just continued to snowball. So if you support local zoos and aquariums and the work that they're doing, I would suggest buying annual passes, getting things at the gift shop just to help them out and get them through this slump, because what is being felt in the hotels and restaurants right now it's getting felt harder in animal habitats, which is why I
Mhm.
think it's interesting that we quoted the alligator farm in that story.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, it's a zoo. I mean, that's definitely an attraction. So they would see, and everything's kind of to scale. Like, if the parking lot's not full, that percentage. I mean, it's kind of everything's to scale. Restaurants, everybody should be down about the same unless somebody's really not doing a good job.
Yeah.
And the people that were quoted, they all do a good job. So.
Yeah.
Zoos and aquariums just started lower. They were already down because of the movies like The Cove and movies like Blackfish, which are false in my opinion. But those kinds of movies kind of put people into a sort of iffy quandary about whether to support zoos and aquariums. If it's an AZA approved zoo or aquarium, you've got a zoo that's gone over and above to make sure that they have reached high certification levels. You can feel good about supporting those types of facilities. But they were already on the lower end of their earning potential before this downward trend started. So they're a little further down the hill.
Yeah, but I also do have a question about like our possible like next slowdown, which is like late August, like early September before Sing Out Loud Festival. I know we have St. Augustine Commissioner Cynthia Garris in the comments, so we appreciate her joining us today. But my question is like so if we didn't have like Sing Out Loud Festival to help us like with the downtown hotels, what would like our hotel like industry look like if we didn't have that festival, and how's like the booking for like all your hotels during that weekend as well?
August is going to be rough, and it comes down to storms too. And September's a funny month. It depends on when Labor Day actually falls. Because we usually have a good weekend in Labor Day, which this year it falls kind of on I think it falls like on the 7th. Oh no, it falls on the 1st. So it's going to it's going to make August look better than September because just the way the weekends fall. But without Sing Out Loud in September, you're just keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
And restaurants are losing money in September. August and September, restaurants are losing money. And that's why it's a struggle. It's a struggle being in that business. That's why such a high percentage of restaurants fail. Because that margin is so tight. In the hotel world, we know how to downscale. I mean, we can kind of close off certain sections of the hotels and stuff. And actually, it's a good time to catch up. We're going into Night of Light soon, so we can do some repairs and do some of those things.
Yeah.
Granted, would we like to be busy year round? No. Or, yes, we would. But I mean, it does help us catch up.
Yeah.
Planning it during that time. But August is usually the worst. It's going to look a little bit better because Labor Day weekend kind of pushes, is in August.
Yeah,
So.
it starts in August. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then should there be a way for like hotel restaurants to possibly like do like incentives or like deals for like local residents to like say like, hey, if you come into our restaurant here at like let's say the Renaissance, then you get like a certain % off, or like you get like deals with that. So like
I love the fact that you just put people on sale. No, no, and you can do some promotions and things like that. And I know the trolleys do a lot of stuff for locals in September. And a lot of the attractions do stuff for locals in September. But even doing the people, the BOGOs or whatever you want to do, it's still, you got to get the people there, and it's about volume, and it's about getting the numbers there. September Sing Out Loud. I think the Sing Out Loud's the weekend of the September 19th, 20th, and 21st. I think the concerts are on the 20th and 21st. That's definitely going to help. I mean, we can't. September's always been the notorious hurricane month. It's always been the notorious slow month. And Sing Out Loud, we're trying to create, a seasonal event that works for everybody in the city. So.
Right on. So all you prayers and all you positive energy people, positive energy for September and Sing Out Loud weekend. Keep those storms away.
No storms.
All right. St. Johns County officials recommend an additional $850,000 for St. Augustine's Nights of Lights. The future of one of St. Augustine's most iconic holiday events just got a major boost. The St. Johns County Tourist Development Council has unanimously recommended $850,000 in additional funding for the city's Nights of Light celebration, a move aimed at covering rising costs for transportation and visitor amenities. City officials had originally requested $1 million in supplemental funding on top of the current $300,000 allocation, which includes money for shuttle services and lighting. Assistant City Manager Meredith Bridenstine says the increased costs come even as the event has been shortened by 8 days, but attendance continues to grow, and the city says more resources are essential to managing the influx of visitors. City Manager David Burcham warned that without the extra funding, the event could be scaled back even further. The council discussed possible long-term funding solutions with Vice Chair Irving Cass.
Nope, he's chair.
Okay, with Chair Irving Cass, stressing the importance of planning ahead to sustain the event year after year. Council member Michael Wicks added, "Our backs are against the wall. We don't have time to figure out where every nickel is coming from." While the approved recommendation falls short of the full $1 million request, the $850,000 proposal now heads to St. Johns County Commission for final review at their upcoming meeting, where budget discussions are set to continue. For now, the city is hopeful this recommendation will help keep the light shining on one of Florida's most beloved holiday traditions. I love Nights of Lights. I love that we were able to get more funding through the TDC. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm actually the vice chair. Irvin's the chair, so they didn't get that one quite exactly right. But yeah, the meeting Monday, it's a very productive meeting. There was one Mayor Dillon wasn't able to make the meeting, but there was 8 of us there, and everybody kind of worked together. It was really nice to see, even though we're advisory board, everybody knew the importance of it, and it's just where the money was coming from. I think we made some very good recommendations. I'm hoping that the staff and the commissioner are able to take our recommendations and use those in a positive way, because we're just an advisory board. We don't actually do the allocation. We just advise, and then the Board of County Commissioners are the ones that actually make the final decision.
Awesome.
You know, one of the things that we were trying to look at is deferred money. The other thing that happened, and it wasn't in this article, is there was a shortfall on the grants for the arts. And we were able to move some money out of reserves to approve to get them an extra $110,000 for groups like Romanza and Limelight and a lot of those ongoing groups that kind of give us our character.
Yeah.
They might not be big money makers as far as what you see, but they're still important to who we are as a city.
Yeah, absolutely.
And our identity. So I think that those 2 moves were really big. We're hoping that as a board, we're hoping that they can take some money from reserves in category 5, which is the beach renourishment. Some of that stuff's been deferred, and push it towards Night of Lights. And it sounds like moving a lot of money around, but that's exactly what you have to do when you got so many important things. You got to make tough decisions. So,
any chance we can reallocate the funding for that weird little artificial reef ball and the peanut, and just put that towards the Nights of Lights and the arts?
That's a city. That's actually the city, and I don't know where they deferred that money. That money got deferred, and they did spend a little bit of money on it.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it's been
that non-refundable deposit to the artist.
And to tell you the truth, that money might be able to go to some of the law enforcement stuff, because the way the TDT tourist development tax is, you can't spend it for law enforcement. Okay. So, and got to have law enforcement. So hopefully the city can use that, defer that money to that. So
yeah. I think we'd all rather have grass there than have that random
keep
thing.
the grass.
Yeah. All right. Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. I've got Sunoco at North Ponce de Leon Boulevard at $2.82. Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.84. Owens on South Ponce is $2.84 as well, and so is the Shell on King Street. Mizell Road Gate Station is at $2.87. Sunoco on South Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.89. Shell on North Ponce de Leon Boulevard is also $2.89, and so is Circle K on 207. Shell on 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard's at $2.89 as well. We've got the gate on US 1 North at $3.04. That Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. All right. Live music report today. We've got Jim Lamb at Milltop Tavern at noon. Smoke and Joe Showers at Tradewinds Lounge at 1 o'clock. TJ Brown's at Pierre's Pub at 1 o'clock. Reggie Starrett's at Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Joe Downing's at Guy Harvey Resort at 5 o'clock. Carpetbaggers are at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5 o'clock. Chubby McGee's at Tide's Oyster Company and Grill at 5 o'clock. Mark Hart's at Tradewinds Lounge at 5 o'clock. Jim Johnston's at Catch 27, 5:30. Kira Livingston is at Old Coast Ales at 6 o'clock. Dewey Via's at Ann O'Malley's Deli and Pub at 6 o'clock. Chase Fourrakers at Pierre's Pub at 6 o'clock. Jonathan Lee's at Pierre's Pub, also 6 o'clock. Guess they're playing together. Alex Richmond's at Cortesi's Bistro at 7 o'clock. And the Goo Goo Dolls are at St. Augustine Amphitheater at 7 o'clock. My daughter is devastated I didn't get her tickets.
That's where I'll be tonight.
That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted Best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down.
That I am so sad you missed out on Kyra.
Oh, I left it be. I left it be. She's such a no. You said it exactly right, but
it was written in there phonetically.
I always corrected Pete and said it's Kyra, but it actually is Kira, and she's such a good sport about it. Like when I didn't know her, and I kept making fun of her name.
So that's why it's written in there. So I would pronounce it
exactly why it's written in there that way.
I've been host.
And she's such a good sport about it, and she's like, I just love it. So
sorry.
So Kyra, I let it go.
But Blake didn't. All right, tapping into the trends. There is a murderous movie inspiration that has gone viral because it might have been less fictional than we previously thought. Have you heard about the Annabelle doll? The Raggedy Ann doll that's considered to be haunted, satanic, demonic, I don't even know. It's considered to be a very dangerous real-life haunted toy. This was the inspiration.
Is this not creepy enough?
No. See, it's just a Raggedy Ann doll. It's just a regular Raggedy Ann doll, which I had those when I was a little kid. So I look at it, see it there. It's just a regular Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
But this is the real-life inspiration for the movie The Conjuring. Evidently, this doll has a very scary backstory, and lots of people, like myself, probably eye rolled at this doll, except that a man that was taking this doll on tour has passed away. Mm-hmm. So this doll was on a countrywide tour. Dan Riviera was taking it around. He's a ghost hunter, paranormal investigator, and they were on tour with this doll. They were in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and he was found unresponsive in Gettysburg in his hotel. They haven't released cause of death, but lots of people are like, super weird that you're taking this haunted doll all around the country and you come to a place where historically there's lots of tragic deaths. And
he's now living inside the doll.
So, thoughts?
He's now living inside the doll. He's
terrifying.
There. He is there.
Obviously.
The story of Raggedy. Okay, is that the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Dan
young.
Riviera. Yeah, he's a young dude. He's got a wife. He's got kids. So this is devastating, and we absolutely hearts.
Yeah,
And
when you were telling the story,
prayers
I
and
thought it was like an
everything. No.
older guy, but
No, it's a
he's
younger
fairly
guy.
young guy.
And
So the story behind Raggedy Andy's, or Raggedy Ann, is actually pretty heartbreaking.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
it was a dad who kind of put together the doll for his daughter. I don't think the daughter made it.
So maybe
So I mean, I'll have to go back
maybe it
and
was
research
cursed
that
from the
story a little
beginning.
bit. Yeah, it might have been.
I had a Raggedy Ann and a Raggedy Andy doll when I
Yeah.
was growing
Yeah,
up.
no.
I made it.
So
So Riviera was an Army veteran. He owns a paranormal group that is sort of famous around the country, maybe around the world. So he's a renowned paranormal investigator. He is a husband. He is a father. He did lose his life, and that is tragic. What has gone viral, though, is
do
the
they
fact.
know the cause?
No, they haven't released cause of death. It was
Oh,
just
wow.
that he was found unresponsive in his hotel. He was on the Devils on the Run tour, and they were at the Gettysburg stop, and they found him unresponsive in the hotel, and he's passed away. So we don't know cause of death yet, but everyone's looking
But he
at
travels with this
this doll on the Devils on the Run tour.
and the doll's continuing on the tour.
I don't know what's going on with the tour. I haven't gotten an update on whether the tour dates have ended. So this super gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like to mess with things like that. So what are your thoughts? Are you spooked out by things that potentially have a possession? Clearly you have thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not spooked out by it in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I grew up, in near Casadega in DeLand, and my grandmother, my nana, was a fortune teller. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this doesn't freak me out at all.
Doesn't freak you out.
No, but I can feel different stuff, and people that live in the house know that something's going on in our house.
Yeah.
But we don't know exactly what it is. But that's okay. It's part of the story.
I got married at the oldest house, and one of our guests, I didn't know at the time, but she says that she can see spirits, and she told my mom how many spirits she saw at our wedding ceremony at the oldest house, and that they were all positive spirits, and it was a very interesting experience. But it kind of gives me it makes my hairs on the back of my neck stand up, because I don't know what's going on in the world. I don't know what's going on with that, and I don't know how I feel about it.
No, I mean, I think it just exists out there, and certain people can feel it, certain people can't, and it makes our lives a little more interesting, in my opinion. It doesn't freak me out at all.
No, not even
a little bit.
He's got this haunted doll, and
Doesn't freak me out at all. So
all right, just me then.
because I think things like that. I mean, most people are good people, and the spirits are going to be good too. So
yeah,
I go towards the positive side of someone being there.
I agree that most are there just to observe and see if they're there at all, but there are some that are reported to be not good, and I don't want anything to do with that. All right, moving on. St. John's workforce housing dreams dashed as a rural rezoning request fails again. A proposal to bring more affordable housing to central St. Johns County has been officially shut down. On Tuesday morning, county commissioners unanimously denied a rezoning request that would have paved the way for up to 68 new residential units on County Road 208, about a mile and a half from I-95. The decision follows a previous unanimous denial by Planning and Zoning Agency last month, which also recommended rejecting the project. Developer Andre Land Holdings was seeking to rezone the property from open rural to workforce housing, though their latest plan has scaled down to just 24 single-family homes. But commissioners and residents alike voiced concerns about compatibility with the surrounding rural area, which remains mostly low-density and single-family lots. Commissioner Christian Whitehurst summed it up simply, "For me, it's all about compatibility. I'm looking at a map that has nothing like that around it." Developer attorney Doug Burnett argued that the location made sense, saying you either want workforce housing or you don't. He noted the area falls within the county's designated development boundary and is surrounded by other upcoming large-scale residential projects, including the Elevation Point townhomes and Soluna apartments. Still, without a current site plan included in the application, commissioners said they were skeptical of approving the change. The proposal would have required that 30% of the homes qualify as workforce housing, with homes priced at $260 260,000 or less, or rentals capped at 70% of the area's median income, in line with Florida's SHIP program. As it stands now, the developer can build up to 11 homes on the property under current zoning. With Tuesday's vote, the county has made it clear it's not ready to expand workforce housing in that part of St. Johns County, at least not yet. I don't know if they've made it that clear. Yeah. I think they've made it clear you don't get to change zoning without a site plan. Mm-hmm. If you want to change zoning, we want to know what you're doing.
Yeah, and it's got to be good for everyone involved. Yeah. So, I mean, that's...
Because if they're like, we promise it'll only be 24 homes, but those 24 homes are postage stamped right next to each other, just waiting for the mood to change and rezoning to be possible so they can put 40 more homes behind them, then no, that's not okay. I don't like the no site plan thing.
Myself. No, you gotta know what's going to go in there.
Yeah.
All right, I did look up Raggedy Ann because I knew there was a story behind it, so I wanted to tell a story. All right. So the creator, or the person that holds the patent, it's a gentleman by the name of Cruel.
Oh no.
Okay.
I can't
Cruel.
Be good.
And the story was he did it Raggedy Ann as a tribute to his daughter. They had already started the process when his daughter got sick. Now it was a memory of his daughter because he told stories about Raggedy Ann. And Raggedy Ann was a doll that his mom had made for his sister that was in the attic. And when he had a daughter, he got it down and he would tell her stories.
Okay.
And she loved it so much that they decided to, let's patent this as a doll. Uh-huh. That patent was in the process when Marcella, his daughter, got sick from an infected vaccination. Oh. So, like, the anti-vaxxers have been using Raggedy Ann to kind of change that story and the myth around a little bit for their narrative.
Yeah.
So, but it was his daughter did get sick and did pass before he actually received the patent, but it was already in the process of it. And, so it's a reminder of his daughter, but it was already started when she did get sick. So,
all right.
So I knew there was a dark story with Raggedy Ann and a loving story of a father in love for his daughter, but I wanted
what a weird can of worms I opened.
Yeah. Yes. You took me down that rabbit hole. So
we're all slightly sadder now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But no, well, just think how happy Raggedy Ann is made. So Marcella still lives in that little doll.
Her legacy is...
She lives in that little doll. And that brought a lot of joy.
I don't know if she's the one in that doll.
No, but...
the Annabelle doll, I'm not going to attribute to
She's
Marcella's.
Kind of the motivation for the push of Raggedy Ann. So.
For sure. So, okay. I carried on her legacy. Yes. I'm happy about that.
Little Marcella.
All right. St. Johns County announces no appointment passport Saturday for international travelers. If you're planning international travel and need a passport, mark your calendars. St. Johns County residents will have a special opportunity to take care of their passport needs without missing work. The clerk of Circuit Court and County Comptroller's Office has announced Passport Saturday, a one-day, no appointment needed event taking place Saturday, August 2nd at the Richard O. Watson Judicial Center in St. Augustine. The event runs from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., offering extended access outside of normal weekday hours. Clerk Brandon J. Patty says the initiative is designed with families in mind. We process new passport applications daily, but scheduling an appointment during a work week can be tough, especially for parents. This event gives people more flexibility. Passport Saturday will help with first-time passports, renewals for passports issued more than 15 years ago, and lost, stolen, or damaged passport replacements. During this event, staff will assist with application reviews, passport photos, and form completion. Officials remind residents that every traveler, including infants, must have their own passport, and all applicants for new passports must appear in person. If you're renewing a passport that's still valid or expired within the past 15 years, the clerk's office will still help review your application, but you'll need to submit Form DS-82 directly to the U.S. Department of State. Right now, routine processing takes 4 to 6 weeks, while expedited service can take 2 to 3 weeks, according to the State Department. Again, Passport Saturday takes place August 2nd from 8:30 to 1:30 at the Richard O. Watson Judicial Center. No appointment necessary. This is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Two of my kids' passports just expired because So we had a trip planned for April 2020 to Mexico. And this was like a multi-generational, my mom's side of the family. We're going to be joining my parents, my family, my kids. We're all going down to Mexico together, April 2020. Everybody's passports were good for that. Clearly that didn't happen. The resort rescheduled us, and they rescheduled us for August. And we're kind of thinking like, this is probably not going to happen. But my kids' passports were going to be expired by then. So it was like, all right, well, as soon as we can get it renewed.
At that time, it was like 2 months or 3 months.
It's like, as soon as we can get into the office, we'll try and get it renewed. Because one way or the other, my husband was in college and working at that point. So my 2 oldest kids were the ones that didn't have passports. And it was going to just be my youngest and me going to Mexico. I was going to drop my oldest kids off at my mother-in-law's house, and I'm still going to Mexico.
Going to Mexico.
I had a crazy 2020 at that point. I'm going on vacation. But we got into, I want to say it was up in Ponte Vedra, like a satellite post office, and they accepted the application, expedited. The passports miraculously came in like 3.5 weeks.
Wow.
I have no idea how. But God was like, you're not leaving your kids. You're taking them to Mexico. Louis was able to do distance learning classes. So he's able to keep his classes going.
Yeah.
So he was logging in for classes in Mexico.
I think mine's due in 27. I'm going to have to look at mine when I get home.
I keep it on the calendar. So I know, like, if we have a trip planned, I have it on the calendar when they're going to expire.
Well, you know what? Because you're going out of country
just expired
in the fall. Do you know when yours expires?
I think mine expires in like 2031.
31. I know you were. I was out of timing because of the way my birth certificate was. So like I had to get like a 5-year one, and then I got a 10-year one. So then it threw off me with the rest of the family. So I think you're. I think you're right. I think you entire 31.
Yep.
So
my youngest child and I got our passports together, but she's a kid, so she's 5, and mine's 10 years. But when we went to Peru is super serious about you have to have a passport that's good for at least 6 weeks. And Machu Picchu, we did the Machu
6
Picchu
weeks
experience.
or 6 months?
6 months.
I think it's
6 months. Yeah, 6 months. It has to be good for 6 months. And so we had a friend of ours was going to go with us to Peru. We were going to take her to Machu Picchu. She ended up not being able to go. So fought with airlines and everyone to get the ticket into my mother-in-law's name. My mother-in-law's coming. At that point, I didn't double check on everyone's passports because I had already done that when we initially booked all of the excursions. And my mother-in-law's passport crossed over that
6 month threshold,
less than 6 month threshold the day after Machu Picchu. So we were still going to be in Peru, but so Peru's really serious about coming into the country. You have to have 6 months or more. And Machu Picchu is super serious about you cannot step foot in Machu Picchu with a passport with less than 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And so I am sweating bullets. Like they are going to look at her passport.
Don't look at the date. Don't look at the date. Don't look at the date.
I was so stressed. And you have to show your passport every step of the way for Machu Picchu. So we had to show them to get in the shuttle to go to the train station. We had to show them to get on the initial train.
That's when
we
you
had to
stick
show them at
hers
the
right
transfer.
like in the third spot. Like you just go, here.
Yeah. We just had all the passports in a stack, and we're like, here, deal with that. And they just shuffled us through.
That's this one. That's this one. And hopefully you're just like, okay,
so we got through.
This is you. This is you.
We got her into Machu Picchu, and that was like the big thing. She wanted to do Machu Picchu with her family.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I was trying everything I could to try and get like an extension, try and expedite same day passport, whatever we could do. So we didn't have to worry about it. Luckily, she flew out like 2 days shy of 6 months on her passport, but they didn't care about that. It was about entering.
Yeah, it's about coming into it.
So if we had scheduled our Machu Picchu one day less,
they usually let you go home.
They let us go home. If we had scheduled Machu Picchu one day later, then she wouldn't have been able to go in with us. It was stressful.
Yeah.
All right, passports, that whole thing. Yeah. All right, Troy, how do you want to check the comments today?
On this Wednesday, I will willfully wind my way through the wild, wild world of the wondrous waking watchers.
All right, that wild wandering is brought to you by B&S Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to B&S Signs, proudly family-owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering and towering pylon signs, they specialize in high-quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything: design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. And St. Augustine Handy House. Need a customer prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. And this July, when you purchase a Handy House, $100 will be donated to Unity Outreach of St. Augustine, helping provide mammograms and support breast cancer patients right here in our community. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters.
Go see the good Troy.
Troy, give us a comments report.
All right. Wawa's at 287. Costco's holding at 264. BP's at 286. Speedway's at 287. Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday.
Hope you have a great day. Everyone out there evidently wants to order a haunted doll. Just for you.
Studio.
Yes. Just for you.
I don't want it.
Yeah. And my Lou Boo Boo
La Boo Boo.
has survived the entire show without attacking any of us.
That's because the lights are on.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Do we have a startup stat?
I mean, he's got a good dentist though.
He does have a good, those are pearly whites. They're a little pointy, but I'm not going to judge.
Yeah. Yeah. So excited. Lou Boo Boo can make it into the studio. It will be back to you, Maeve, as soon as I'm done here.
Thanks, babe.
All right. 1984. On this day, 1984 is a day that's kind of ridiculous, but it happened. Vanessa Williams was forced to resign and give up her crown as Miss America.
All right.
I remember this very well, and I couldn't wait to get that Penthouse magazine. And
Big fan.
I think of all the Miss America pageant winners, she won.
Well, she's the one everyone knows.
She is the career. I mean,
Yeah.
she's had a great career, a beautiful woman. Does a lot of great stuff for charity. Vanessa, you won. And
I can still sing some of her songs.
Yeah. So yeah, she has a music career, an acting career. Yeah. She's been a philanthropist. Yeah. I put a thumbs up for Vanessa in her career.
Yeah.
So and the Penthouse shoot.
2 thumbs up. Great holiday fun. I don't know. I didn't see it. The Startup Stat brought to you by St. Augie's Pizza in downtown St. Augustine. If you want something to snack on while you're checking out Vanessa Williams pictures, right on the corner of Riberia and MLK, get yourself a slice today.
Doesn't make you a bad person.
Do we have plugs, Troy?
I have no plugs today, but
right.
Just enjoy the day. It's going to be one of those Florida days. It's going to be off and on.
Yeah. What about you, Blake? Plugs?
If you are a golf fan that may have applied for the 2026 Masters tickets, today is the day that they officially announce that you get the tickets or not. And they just told me that I didn't get a ticket.
You didn't win the lottery.
Sorry.
I didn't win the lottery.
But do keep an eye out. We might go live today. So just kind of keep a tease. There might be an announcement today. So we might go live today at some point. So just keep an eye out on the 904 today.
Right on. And don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube and Rumble. We got Bollocks tonight. He's going to Goo Goo Dolls. Bye.
Bye.